There's one number that decides whether you stop working at 40 or grind it out until 65, and here's the part nobody tells you. That number has almost nothing to do with your salary. You don't need 6 figures. You don't need to pick the next hot stock. You don't need to flip real estate. What you need is a head start, a calculator, and 4 Canadian accounts that quietly do the heavy lifting. By the end of this video, you'll know your exact FIRE number, the order to fill those 4 accounts, so the government basically helps fund your early retirement. And the one move on this list almost every young Canadian gets completely backwards. First, the number I promised. It's called your FIRE number. Financial independence, retire early. Here's the whole thing in one sentence. Take what you spend in a year and multiply it by 25. That's the finish line. Why 25? Because of the 4% rule. Once you've got 25 times your yearly expenses invested, you can pull out roughly 4% a year, and your money regenerates faster than you spend it. In theory, forever. You never have to work again. So let's make it real. Say you can live on $40,000 a year. Very doable outside the big cities. 40 grand times 25 is $1 million. That's your target. Not a vague, be rich. A real countable number. Write yours down, right now. Because everything else on this list is just the fastest legal way to hit it. Where you park your money matters as much as how much you save. Canada hands you a stack of tax-sheltered accounts, and the order you fill them is the cheat code. Move 1. If your job offers a retirement match, take it. That's free money. 100% return before you've invested a single dollar. Move 2. The FHSA, the First Home Savings Account, $8,000 a year, 40 grand lifetime. It's the only account in Canada where money goes in tax-free and comes out tax-free for a home. And if you never buy one, it rolls into your RRSP. There's basically no downside. Move 3, the TFSA. Hang on to this one. It's the engine and we're coming right back to it. Move 4, Wealthsimple, the RRSP. And only once those are full do you touch a regular taxable account. Get the order right and you can shave years off your timeline without earning an extra dollar. Okay. The TFSA. If FIRE in Canada had one best friend, this is it. In 2026 you get $7,000 of fresh room, and if you've been eligible since it launched back in 2009, your total room could be as high as $109,000. But the contribution isn't the magic. The withdrawal is. Every dollar your TFSA earns, growth, dividends, all of it, is 100% tax-free, and you can pull it out at any age, for any reason, with zero penalty. Think about what that means if you want out at 40. Most retirement accounts punish you for touching the money early. The TFSA doesn't care. It's the one bucket you can actually live off before 60 without the taxman taking a cut. So if you only max one account this year, make it this one. This is the move I teased at the start, the one almost every young Canadian gets wrong. Most guys your age hear RRSP and think, that's for old people, the money's locked up, useless if I retire early. That is exactly backwards. Here's the truth. The RRSP gives you a tax deduction today, money back at your current tax rate. The trick early retirees use is simple. Contribute while you're working and your income is high, then withdraw once you've quit and your income is basically nothing. Low income means low tax rate, so you might get a 30% deduction going in and pay 10% or less coming out. You're literally moving money from a high-tax version of you to a low-tax version of you. That gap is free money, and the people skipping the RRSP because it feels locked up are leaving thousands on the table every single year. Last one, and it's the most important, so stick with me. Remember at the start I said your salary almost doesn't matter? Here's what actually does. Your savings rate, the share of your take-home pay you keep and invest. Watch how dramatic this gets. Save 10% of your income, and you're looking at roughly 50 years to financial independence. Save 25%, and it drops to about 32 years. Save 50%, and you're free in around 17 years. Push to 65%, and it's just over a decade. Same person, same paycheck. The only thing that changed is how much they kept. That's why a nurse who saves half her income retires before a lawyer who spends all of his. The number you start with matters way less than the gap between what you earn and what you spend. And you, in your 20s, with decades of compounding ahead, are holding the most powerful version of that lever anyone ever gets. So there's the map. your fire number, the account order, the TFSA engine, the backwards RRSP move, and the savings rate quietly running the whole thing. None of it needs a six-figure salary, it needs a head start, and you've got the rarest, most valuable one there is, time. If you want the next step, the video on screen breaks down exactly how to open your first TFSA and what to actually buy inside it, because an empty account doesn't compound. I'll see you in that one.